Safro Prepper here, doing a video response to C Green 34's video, giving bravos out there to Adam Kokesh of RT and silent protest or dancing protest in the Jefferson Memorial, where they were taken to the ground, arrested, and quite frankly, they were I don't want to say humiliated, but they were given a true example of policy that wants to be implemented upon each and every single one of us. So I wanted to cover a couple of topics that Chris covered, starting with this one. I'm giving bravos to Adam Kokesh for going out there and doing what he did, along with all of his friends and people that he was with, and actually filming it and putting it out there for us to see the examples that people are setting and that can be set. Americans, we have such short memories, and it's such a shame, because it's just nothing more than 50 years ago that there was folks like Martin Luther King, folks like Malcolm X, who are out there standing up for what they believed in. But now we've entered in such a culture of give it to me, give it to me, give it to me right now, that we've lost our way. Let's go to the video with Kokesh. Okay, first of all, the guy in this helmet, this clown in the helmet, can't even tell them what they're being charged with. He just says that you can't dance here. Please, you can't dance. You know, you can't dance in America when they have shows on television they want you to watch, talking about Dancing with the Stars, America's Got Talent. You know, and they put all of this out on television, and they tell you can't dance when the person in the memorial of the person who exemplifies the Bill of Rights and what freedom is. And what do Americans do? Sit, look at the video, and sit up there and whimper and say, what can I do? Please, man. Tired of this passive attitude. Chris also made the point that it could be a publicity stunt. Sure, it can be a publicity stunt. Of course it's a publicity stunt. It's to get people talking. That's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing to get people talking about different things. You know, I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I watched the video on Saturday. You know, but hey, you know, folks are too busy doing other things, I suppose. Okay, Chris, you asked the question: when do we start talking? When do we start voting them out? When do we start establishing the difference with our kids for, you know, the differences between right and wrong? We should already be doing such a thing. You know, but you got to talk about these issues. But as soon as you try to bring those up, people think you're crazy. Oh, that could never happen here. Oh, this is America, land of the free, home of the brave. Well, it's slowly, or actually it's quickly turning in land of the silent and home of a bunch of clowns and people scared to actually let their voice be heard. And that's a shame. That's a shame. Black folks out there, yeah, it's a shame. Japanese folks, it's a shame. Jewish people, it's a shame. People are quick to get on Mel Gibson about making, quote, anti-Semitic remarks. But when your freedoms, when you go to the airport, are completely violated, you want to sit up there with your hands out and not say anything. That's pathetic to me. And it leads me into saying, yes, we have crossed the line, Chris. I agree. Crossed the line, in the line of which leads us, or which we are stupid, arrogant, and just plain scared, man. Stupid, arrogant, and scared. Stupid because we don't educate ourselves on the people that we vote into. We don't check their records. We don't do anything. We just say, oh, they look good on television, and listen to the ads on the boob tube and say, okay, that's who I'm voting for, without any type of investigation. I'm guilty of it. I won't be going forward. In the past, yes, I'm guilty of it. Arrogance. This is America. It'll never happen to us. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. and being scared. Folks out there, well, you shouldn't talk about those things because, you know, the Patriot Act and all that. The point is, they can't get everybody, man. If they get everybody, they don't have nobody to feed this corrupt system that they're imposing on everyone. If everybody chose to do a YouTube video, chose to talk to their coworker, or chose to talk to their family member, it would get a buzz going. The only reason why people say that those in the alternative media or those who wear their tinfoil hats proudly are crazy is because the masses, they're not seeing the masses of people talking about these issues. This is what the masses of people would like to do, okay? They would like to say, hey, you know what? Let's go to the horse track. Okay, Chris, you're here in Arizona, so you know what I'm talking about, the off-track betting. And they got this book for off-track betting where they'll sit there and they'll study which horse is on steroids, how long this horse has been running for, and this, that, and the other. Okay, and get all the complete stats on it. But refuse to do this about politicians. Refuse to do this about current events. Refuse to do this type of thing with businesses out there. Okay, not to mention, you know, fantasy football. They'll research and research and research. Which player do I want to put on my team? Fantasy basketball, baseball, whatever. And research the living daylights out of these matters, but choose not to put that energy into things that are directly affect not only their pocketbook, but their lives and their future generations. And that's sad, man. That's completely sad because your energy is being wasted, man. Everything that they put out there for you to put that energy into is a distraction. It keeps you from the real issues. I want to go back to what Chris was talking about with the 2008 bailouts. If you're not reading the stats on these companies, they are reporting record profits. Okay? Me as a debt collector, I talk to people who file bankruptcy on a daily basis, and they're not recording no record profits. But these companies out there, such as your GMs, your Goldman Sachs, and all these big corporations who were broke, insolvent, bankrupt, are all filing record profits. How is that possible? Because we chose it. Our stupidity, our arrogance, and us being scared has led to where we are now. And that is the revolving door of tyranny being imposed upon all of us. If you don't think it, say it ain't so, Tiny Tim. But it is so. And until everyone decides to stand up, get off of your keister, and really care about what we might leave for our children, if anything will be left, we are doomed. We don't even have a shot at it, man. Chris, appreciate what you're doing. Everyone out there who decides to step outside the box and put themselves on a line and say, you know what, I don't care what people think about me. That's the first step. But continue to put out the real issues that are important. You know, GM, GE, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Chase, Time Warner, CBS, Fox, ABC. All they do is distract you and rob you, man. It's pathetic. I can barely even watch television anymore. I watch a couple movies. That's about it. Watch a little Showtime, watch a little boxing, you know. But other than that, man, it's not even worth it, man, because there's so much other stuff going on out there. Okay? So this is my suggestion to everyone out there who's watched my video, who's watched Chris's video, is ask, what do we stand for? Do we stand for being a bunch of scrubs, being a bunch of silent clowns who just let tyranny happen, go to the airport and just say, okay, go ahead, pat me down, pat my grandma down, check in my baby's diaper. That's the way to catch terrorists. Please, man. Outlaw a bunch of cars, man. Outlaw flying in a hot air balloon. You don't see TSA at no hot air balloon hookup, you know. Terrorists, they could just drop bombs on you if that's the case. Please, man. Anyway, ask what you stand for, man. Do you stand for being trampled on, walked over, or do you stand for being a man? being a woman, being a family, being an American, being a proud human being that has purpose. Is that what you stand for? Ask yourself that. Look yourself in the mirror. And if you stand for being a sloth, then please self-terminate quickly, because you're already doing it. You're giving yourself slow kill. And when will we hold them responsible? Will we ever? That's the question I'll leave you with. Afro Prepper, I'll catch you all on the flip side. See, Green, thanks for doing what you're doing, man. Appreciate you, dog. Peace.